It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we've got the Bengals, sure-handed tight end. He's been a production machine with a 1,200-yard season going to this point. It's the Bengals and the Jaguars under the lights on Sunday night.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at what's now known as Paycor Stadium here in Cincinnati. Tonight, it's the 272nd and final game of the regular season, and we've got a good one to finish things off, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about the kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Good sign here early. Everybody on offense there up front in the backfield in sync on that play.
So much talk about what do you do to neutralize home field advantage? Well, teams that run the football effectively, they often have a way of neutralizing it in a big way when they have those types of runs.
10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first two plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game?
Touchdown, Jaguars! A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. Sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
A run there on first down gets 3 up to the 28. You look at this Jaguar defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary. This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
Now Burrow on first down. Dancing to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now Burrow. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 34 yards. And the Bengals respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. But Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem for any opponent to defend, and we saw it right there. They tried to deny an open lane to him. He still outplayed the coverage and scored the early touchdown. Good luck trying to figure out how to defend him as this game moves on.
Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
On 2nd down, Lawrence. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 42 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. For Kenner here, it's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
Now they run the toss to Bigsby. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Now Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 21. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They go play action now. Lawrence. And this one too low. Here's 2nd and 10. Lawrence. That's going to be caught by Bigsby. And And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Really an excellent run. Sidestepping tacklers on his way to a pickup of 8. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Bigsby once more. And this time he is into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
Butker now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season, as this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season is going, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
95 catches for him now on the year. It's a first down. Burrow looking to pass. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. The Bengals had 10-6 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Up the middle they go. It's Atkins, and he is going to have the Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They run the counter. Atkins. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Atkins. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Here's Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That'll bring up 4th down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups. The Bengals bring out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Washington. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. From the gun, Bigsby. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw, Lawrence. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence. Throw left side complete. That's Carlson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Bigsby. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And off-balance throw there. It's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Butker's kick here is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
The 22-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They go play action with Burrow. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Bigsby with a carry to begin the series. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41. Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Lawrence.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
They'll need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 15. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. The throw over the middle, taken in. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great effort there. 56 yards.
And the Bengals have got it back to within a score.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
First down, Jaguars.
Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
That's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
It's a throw again is Lawrence.
And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. The second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And the Jaguar first down.
So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. Lawrence will throw.
Touchdown!
Parker Washington.
From 19 yards away.
And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Butker on for the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now the Bengal offense going to see the ball one more time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they're going to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
Got a man open, it's Chase.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Burrow. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. CeeDee Lamb, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We saw a solid first half out of the Tank Bigsby. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
This taken in right around the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. For the Bengal offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think at the halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw into the hands of Fant. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Burrow on third down. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This is Fant on the short completion. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down.
Number 6 brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
Now a handoff up the middle. Atkins. And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Bengals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Up the middle they go. It's Atkins. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Burrow will throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
27 yards there, a first down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point,
and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Tank Bigsby with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Jaguars take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Trayvon Walker, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw.
They'll look to throw here. And this one is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Jaguars back with it on offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Washington with the catch, middle of the field. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
On 2nd down, here's Lawrence.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. On the right hash. Officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. Rutgers kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
On second down now, it's Atkins, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
First down, here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Oh, look at the juke. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 22.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The try here for the extra point. And that will cut this lead down to 13. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. Second down, here's a run with Bigsby.
And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On first down, Lawrence. And he'll get it right back to Washington.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
128 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This time it's 3rd and 3.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Now a handoff to Bigsby.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Personal foul. Face man. Defense.
Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
2nd and 10 now. It's Lawrence.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here.
Here's Bigsby.
And he'll be brought down well short of the 1st at about the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
On 2, ready?
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They go play action with Burrow.
Throwing for Chase on the crosser. He's got it.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Here's Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
They'll run on first down. Rutledge. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. A good pickup there at 22.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now Burrow. And he whips that one incomplete there. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. And that will be incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good one.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so, because I think what happens is he just had too much time to...
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Bengals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
So this back now to a 10-point spread, and you have to imagine they'll line up and go for 2.
Oh, no question about it. If they can get this to an 8-point game, they can make things awfully interesting here in these last few minutes.
They're going to try and run. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, and now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2.
32-yard line.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Washington. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Jaguars.
Lawrence will throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Lawrence.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And out now, here come the Bengals. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And Burrow going to throw again. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by Andre Cisco. And the Jags are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
On the ground with Bigsby to start the drive. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 6. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. And they take a knee. 2nd and 11 at the 41. A run here with Bigsby. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Lawrence to a knee, and that will write a finish to this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one.